Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Shem Awashai Ba'ashem Wakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. And to the Akwath that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson in truth. This is a video that was put up by Dabu7, and it's called Get Ready. Events are in motion to remove US dollar as reserve currency. Something that the Hebrew Israelites of the Great Millstone and the offshoots that teach the likewise doctrine from the top apostles and elders on down to the newest man standing on the other side of the line. I've been telling you this since they went live on
and it's all digital.
On
the
YouTube.
United States dollar has been a
Salaki, hit the button. Since they went on live on the YouTube, going back about 12 years now. So, without any further ado, Dabu7, who, by the way, myself and many other the brothers of the Great Millstone, of the Israelites, do believe that Dabu7 is one of those speckled birds that we talk about. He has the spirit of an Israelite. So it's not about color, you know. It's about seed, bloodline, and lineage.
Powerhouse for some time, but now it is being...
Start that again.
The United States dollar has been a powerhouse for some time, but now it is being slowly removed here from the world stage. Not only physically, but in terms of its buying power and everything connected to it. Now, when Trump was in office, he set into motion a bunch of tariffs against China, Russia, and a lot of other countries. In the midst of all this, we had a big bloc form, 15 Asian countries comprising of 30% of the global GDP coming together, forming a unit that is pushing out the US dollar. This is being led by China. I've warned about this over and over, but this seems to be going right along with the plan here to pull back the US dollar. And at some point, the fiat currency itself is going to vanish. They're going to tell everybody, you have X amount of time to claim a credit for your central bank digital currency, which Jerome Powell and the Fed have already announced and shown us. They've already allowed all the banks to hold digital wallets. This is how they're going to start distributing their universal basic income.
So basically what that means is that you will not be able to buy or sell save you have something that controls the digital currency. You're going to have some sort of mark. This is Revelation, the 13th chapter. Start about the 14th verse, and it reads, "And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on earth, that they should make an image of the beast, which had a wound by a sword and did live." All right. And that image was the Roman Empire, which was originally led by Esau Edom, who was wounded for that 1,000-year period when Rome fell. All right. When it stopped being the pagan Roman Empire and became the Holy Roman Empire, when so-called Negroes took over. Right? Marcus Aurelius and all the people that came after them, Septimius Severus, you can look all these people up. Those people were so-called black men, and they were the rulers and emperors of Rome. So for a 1,000-year period after that, so-called Negroes ruled Europe and Rome. And the Edomites fell and were forced into the Caucasus Mountains. Hence the cave people. Quest for fire. All right, that wasn't 10,000 years ago. Right? That was barely a millennium ago. And in the late 1300s, they began to come back into power. 1492, they got Portugal and Spain. And by the time you got to the mid 1700s, they had basically taken over all of Europe all over again and began, and push forward their iconoclasm, the changing of the images, and whitewashing all the history. And so and now you fast forward to today, they're killing fiat currency and they're creating a digital one. Revelation 13:15, and had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So a lot of people are going to get put to death for declining the device that's going to control this digital currency. Verse 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or in his foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast and the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. That's your 666, which is the basic number on all barcodes. And those barcodes, all right, are going to be on every parcel, merchandise, and everything. And the only way you're going to be able to buy or sell and control this new digital currency is if you have some sort of device to do it with.
And once this all goes digital and they give you a time frame, they're going to say, you've got 1 year to cash in your banknotes, your fiat cash for a digital credit. And you stop and you think about all the people, all the kingpins, all the kings, the queens, whoever, all around the world that have US dollars buried, hidden, in safes, in everywhere that you could think of. Because it was the almighty dollar, huh? By design, this is all coming down. All the coinage has been taken back right in front of your face as they try to keep a lid on the metals till here at one point that price is going to skyrocket, because if you try to go out and buy silver right now compared to the 26 bucks that TradingView wants to show you on the coin or on silver per ounce, it's astronomical. It's still way up there, and this shows you that there is a divide. It's just waiting to explode. And once they pull back all this fiat and no one has anything to hold in their hand and it's all digital and people still want to barter, that's when gold and silver take off. And who knows what they'll do. We've seen in history where they came and tried to take the gold from the people. How much are you going to let someone take from you is the question. I hope you have a plan.
This would definitely start wars, start riots, and start all sorts of insurrections. All right? Because what comes after that is the forced implementation of the implantable microchip. Because at some point, it's going to be forced. All right? Because it clearly said you won't be able to buy or sell no matter who you are. And upon taking it, that's a death sentence with the Most High. This is Revelation 16:2, and it reads, and when the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So taking that thing, whatever that mark is, which we're about 99.9%, that is the RFID microchip, implantable microchip, is going to be the device to control it. Once you take that, a lot of different cancers and sores and deaths are going to come from it. Same thing with the vaccination. All right. So a lot of these 501c3 Israelite camps, IUIC, HOI, ISUPK. You're going to have a lot of explaining to do. All right? Remember how Lucille Ball and I Love Lucy, her husband used to always say, Lucy, you got some explaining to do. They got some explaining. All right? This is last scripture. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 73. And it reads, Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Call halal Yahweh by Shem Nabashai by Shem Rakakwadash. Wa Abba Babal. Shalom. Kwam Yasharallah.